So this week on social media, I saw the question posed, who am I? And I saw several people giving all kinds of answers, which none of them are, I would never want to shame anyone's particular answer, because I feel like one thing that this show is about is a seat at the table. I invite you to a seat at this table where we can commune together and fellowship together and give our opinions and talk about our lives. It's a safe space for us, right? But also, I encourage you to prepare and set your own table. Prepare and set your own intentions daily. Prepare and set yourself by meditating, by being mindful, and by being conscious. You have the opportunity to set your own table every day. Now, what I wanted to share with you guys was, how do you answer the question, who am I? Now, many people will be kind of coerced into answer this question by saying, I am a daughter, I am a mother, I am a girlfriend, I am a professional somebody, I am a singer, I am an actor, I am a dancer, I am loyal, I am a friend, I am smart, I am sexy, I am anxious, I am depressed, I am, right? I want you guys to always remember that anytime you answer the question of I am, and it is preceded by a role that you play. I am a daughter, I am a wife, I am a mother, I am whoever. Not for nothing, but that answer is going to be wrong. Who you are can never be wrapped up in the soul of transience. And what I mean by that is the role of mother, the role of daughter, the role of friend, the role of I am a shy girl, I am depressed, I am anxious. Those are all going to be transient positions. And why, you ask? They are transient because they are not permanent. There's no permanency to those roles. So oftentimes people say that that's who they are, not realizing that you're never going to be those things forever. So who you are can only be surmised in the who you are beyond the role that you play. Now, part of us becoming conscious is also developing some sort of spiritual practice in which, now I'm a Christian, right? I'm a Christian who subscribes to the theory that Christianity is not the only way to access God. You can access God through being a Buddha, whatever it is, however you decide to access God or to access the higher power or whatever you call him. There's the ability to access that when you connect, right? And when you search for deeper meaning. One thing that is universal is the understanding that when you answer the question, I am, there is no answer to wrap that up. There's nothing that you're going to say that precedes that that's ever going to wrap that up. Because one of the things that I realized is I can always tell when I'm in a bad place, when I am no longer a human being, but I am a human who is being, if that makes any sense. And what I mean by that is oftentimes when there's a disconnect between the two, people often think of the words human being as a hyphenated word. You oftentimes actually even think of your life as the dash. If you've ever seen a tombstone, the years between the person being born versus the person dying, those are often, that dash in between is often what we equate human being to be, right? Human being is a word that requires no dash. Because it's not a hyphenated thought. Humans are beings. And oftentimes, when I feel disconnected, it is because I have hyphenated the word. I have just become a person who is out here just doing. I'm just getting up and going to work, and I'm just going through the motions, and I become the dash in human being, as opposed to living the human being experience. And I'm going to try to get through this without getting super emotional, but what I realized over the weekend is that I was feeling a disconnect from God. I started to feel as though I was just kind of out here, and I would go running and I would just try to clear my mind. And, I was trying to set intentions and prepare a seat for myself at the table by just kind of clearing my mind and connecting to a higher power. But I couldn't do it because I was the dash in human being. I wasn't an actual human being. So if I can impart anything on you, it is understand that you are, that's it. Anything that you put after the words I am, it's just a role. That's not who you are. You actually are, you just I am. If you know anything about the Bible, you know that Jesus is referred to as the great I am. The word, the Jewish word or the Hebrew word Yahweh, Yahweh, refers to the Hebrew word I am who am. We are the great I am. The New Testament refers to us as the light. In the Old Testament of the Bible, they refer to Jesus as the way, the truth, and the light. In the New Testament, Jesus refers to us, human being, no dash, as the light of the world. You are the light of the world. You are a human being. You are. Just as Jesus is the great I am, in order for you to get the full experience of what life is, just know that you are. So if anybody asks me who I am, I normally say I am. That's it. I am. As long as I'm breathing, as long as I manage to stay connected, as long as I don't become the dash in between human and being, I am. God refers to us as the light of the world because we are. I often talk to you about creating your own, manifesting your own heaven on earth, knowing that God is not going to descend from the sky upon you, but you will live this life where you just am. I want to live an everyday life where I'm so connected and so conscientious of just being that I am able to recognize and live in the conscious reality presence of just being. It is a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort to be a human who is being. It is not a lot of effort to just be. And it is not a lot of effort to be human. But a human being takes work. It takes conscientiousness. It takes you being present in the present moment, getting your eggs cracked. Listen, all I'm saying to you is you are the light. You are the being. You are not the roles that you play. You are not the persona that you take on. You are the light of the world. So what that means is don't become the dash in human being. Just know that that experience is not a hyphenated experience. It is a full word experience, not to be diminished or minusculed by being a dash. When you are in the ground, cold and alone, no one knows what that experience will be. We only know the human form as it exists right now. What we do know for sure is that when you look at a tombstone and you see that dash, people pay attention to two things. They pay attention to when the person was born and the date that the person died. Very rare does anybody look at the tombstone and get fixated on the dash, because the dash is about being present. The dash is about being here. The dash is about enjoying this life that you live right now, making the most out of this life that you live right now, seizing the day. So I encourage you this week, pay attention to the dash, but don't be the dash. Pay attention to the being of human, but don't be the dash in human being. I love you guys for listening. You can catch me all up on YouTube. Go to Gay Code. Shout out to Isam Sharif and everyone who took part in the new episode of Gay Code Fag Hags. You can find it on YouTube. Gay Code has its very own channel on YouTube. Please go and watch it. I love you guys for listening. Stay tuned because we got some exciting things coming on the horizon for A Seat at the Table podcast, as well as for myself and for you guys. Shout out to everyone who emails, everyone who writes such amazing reviews on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on Stitcher, just everywhere that we are, on Anchor. I love you guys for listening. Peace!
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.